Hello everyone, let us see how to paint flag designs on the face of a person. So let us start. I have opened the image of this person. So first what we'll do is, we'll take a duplicate of this document and we will first save a black and white copy of this document. So what you have to do is simply right click on top of this document and simply click on duplicate and simply just put duplicate as a name, so that here we'll be having another document of the same file. And what we'll do is, we will simply apply a black and white adjustment layer on top of this person's layer. So now we have a black and white image. So the next thing we'll do is, we'll also apply a filter to this image. So a Gaussian blur filter. So simply go to filter and select blur, and in blur we can find a Gaussian blur. So we have to give a very small amount of Gaussian blur, and then all you have to do is, we will save this file. So simply go to file and select save as, and we will save on our desktop. So we will save as black and white image, and simply save it as a PSD file. This is very important. Don't save it as a JPEG or a PNG or any other file or any other file format. We have to use PSD format only, and simply click on save. So then we can close this document. So now we'll be back to this document. So now what we can do is, we'll first select the face, because we'll be placing the flag design or the flag paint over his face. So we have to select his entire face, only the face. So the way we can do is, we can use quick selection tool. Simply select the quick selection tool and start selecting his face. And if you have selected any unwanted regions such as the neck, we can simply deselect them from the selection by using Alt. So carefully select only the face part, and we can also omit the hair also. We only need the face, and also we can remove the selection from the ears. So only this much is what we need, right? So now we are done with the selection, and you can fine tune the selection just in case you have missed some of the important areas of the face, right? So after selecting the face, now what we can do is, we can go to select, and in select we can find an option that is select and mask. Simply select and mask, and all we have to do is, here we can find output 2. So from output 2 we'll just select layer mask. So we can simply select layer mask option here and then click OK. So you can see a layer mask here. So the next thing we'll do is, just like before, we will apply a black and white adjustment layer to this layer. So simply click at the bottom of the layers panel and open the black and white adjustment layer. So simply this adjustment layer appears on top of the active layer, right? So then what we can do is we can just drag the mask from the person's layer and place it over this black and white adjustment layer. So just simply drag it and drop it on this black and white layer, and here a message pops up, replace layer mask, and simply click yes. Right, so you will get something like this. So now we will use this mask to erase certain parts of the face, such as we don't want paint inside his eyes, as well as we don't want paint over his mouth. So we will just remove the mask over his mouth as well as inside his eyes. So the way to do it is we can simply select a polygonal lasso tool, and we will slowly select the inside part of his eyes. So we will also select his right eyes by simply holding shift. Shift is going to add to the selection. So we can spend some time and select his eyes carefully. Right, so now all we have to do is we have to just apply black color inside this selection, so that this area will not come under mask. So simply use Alt and backspace. Right, so now simply hit Ctrl D to remove the selection. We will do the same thing for the mouth. So carefully select the mouth area. Right, and we can also add some area here. Right, now we'll do the same thing, Alt and backspace. Right, now we have removed the mouth and eyes from the mask. Right, so now the next step we are supposed to do is we will now get the flag and try to place the flag over this person. So the way to do is, so here I have already opened this US flag. So what we'll do, we'll simply drag the flag and place it inside this document, and we'll adjust the flag. We'll rotate the flag. So we can adjust it properly, and we should make sure that the flag is appearing exactly over his face. We can also reduce the opacity to check whether the flag is appearing in the right place or not. Right, so it looks nice. So the next thing we are supposed to do is we can use the warp tool here. So here this warp tool appears only when you activate the transform tool. So we can use the warp tool and try to adjust the flag properly. Right, and simply click on the tick mark, and now we will increase the opacity. Right, so the next thing we'll do is, see, we have just in the beginning of the tutorial we have saved a black and white file. So we will use that file as a displacement map, so that this flag adjusts to the contours of the person's face, right? So what we'll do is, before applying the displace filter, we will apply one more filter, that is, we'll go to filter and we'll go to distort, and here we have a filter, that is pinch. So what pinch will do is, it will bloat the flag a little bit, so that it gives us an impression that it is actually painted on top of the face. So it is sitting or adjusting to the elevations and depressions of the face, right? So this much is enough, right? So the next thing we are supposed to do is, so we will use a blending mode here. So we can use a blending mode such as overlay. So okay, overlay looks fine. And then the next thing is, we will now apply a displace filter. So we'll go to filter, distort, displace, and in displace don't put a very big value here. So we will try with the 4 here, right? We'll try with 4 in horizontal scale and vertical scale, and then simply click OK. And once you click OK, we have to browse to the file that we have just now saved, and that is black and white image. So we can just check the effect of displace filter. So simply select the black and white image here and then simply click open, right? See, the flag is adjusted to the contours of the face. So still we have a little bit more to do. So that is, the flag should be only over the face. Here we can see the flag on his neck also. So what we can do is, we can simply take a copy of this mask and drop it over this flag layer. So the way to do is, simply hold Alt and drag it and drop it over this flag layer, right? So now we can see the flag. The flag is exactly adjusted over the person's face. So this is how we can apply a flag paint on the face of this person. So we'll also try to use one more flag. Let us say we will use an Indian flag. So what we'll do is, simply open the Indian flag. So here we have the Indian flag, and simply drag it, and we'll also adjust it properly. So we can reduce the opacity here. We'll try to adjust the flag properly, right? And then we'll increase the opacity here, and we'll also do the same thing. We will apply a pinch filter to this flag. So we'll go to distort and select pinch. Just try to bloat it a little bit. Okay, this looks fine, right? And then what we can do is, we can simply use a blending mode. We will use overlay here, and we'll also do one thing, that is, we will apply a displace filter. So we'll just simply select displace, and okay, 4 is okay, and then we will just select the same file, that is a black and white image, and then simply click open and simply open it. So we can see the flag is adjusted to the contours of his face. You can reduce the opacity in case you are not able to see his nose or any other regions. And then we'll do the same thing. We will simply select the mask by holding Alt and drop it over this flag layer, right? And we can also duplicate the layer in case you think it is a little bit light, so we can just duplicate it. And we can also reduce the opacity, and we can do one more thing, that is we can try another blending mode. We can try soft light. Soft light is the milder version of overlay, so we can use soft light also. And you can try other blending modes such as color burn. Even color burn looks nice, right? So, and also one more thing, in case we don't want this the wheel in between the flag, we can remove it. So what we can do is we'll first simply open the flag. So what we can do is simply we can just remove this wheel if you think it's not so attractive. So we can simply pick this color and we will remove the wheel. And now what we'll do is we'll just drag it and place it over here. We'll hide these two layers and we'll just scale it. We'll do the same thing. We'll adjust it. We will reduce the opacity here, right? And then the next thing we'll do is we will increase the opacity, and then we will go to filter, distort, and we'll select pinch. We'll give some bloat to this file, some bloat effect, and then we will use another filter, that is Displace, and we'll select the same black and white image, right? We can change the value, and then we will again use overlay, blend mode, and we will use Alt and drag the mask and drop it on this flag layer. And we can try other blend modes such as color burn. Okay, color burn is not so interesting here. Overlay looks nice, and soft light also looks nice, and overlay is little bit dark, so we can reduce its opacity, right? And you can in case you want a little bit more darkness, you can duplicate it just by hitting Ctrl J and again reduce its opacity a little bit. So now we can get a perfect result, right? So this is how we can paint a flag design on a person. I hope you like this tutorial. Please do subscribe, like, share, and if you have anything to say, do comment. See you again.